It has been a crazy week in Lost Ark. Not only did we receive Brelshaza, the newest raid, which probably most of you have cleared by now or are trying to clear it, and probably think it's pretty good. At least I hope so. I think it's pretty good. I cleared it again and I'm really happy with it. I missed it. It's a great raid. The music, the design, everything. I really, really like it. But like I said, not only that was happening this week, we also had, of course, many other updates, but also the LAO on happened, which is basically the BlizzCon kinda for Lost Ark for the Korean version, though. Of course, this is not for our version yet. I'm sure that these two events really contributed towards this week's Reddit, which is what we're gonna look at, and then also probably see some good memes and see some funny videos or some complaint posts. But without further ado, let's have a look at the Reddit posts of this week. So the number one post here is I am the most challenging gate of the new raid. Not 5x3, declined. Low roster level, declined. Unpopular class, declined. Too popular class, declined. Your outfit is ugly, believe it or not, declined right away. Well, this post is pretty funny, I'm gonna be honest, it is. It actually also is kind of true. All of this kind of applies. Callilligos is kind of a bitch, let's be honest here. He's pretty hard, and I'm sure some of you already went back to doing Kungalanium because it's just a really easy turtle. And for Callilgos, if your party is not actually decently geared, he will just rip through you. Without a support, it also feels pretty tough. You have to sip all the potions. It's of course all doable. It's just kind of hard. It also, you have to use a lot of consumables. So yeah, I mean, this is funny, but it also is kind of true, especially this year. Unpopular class declined. Too popular of a class, that's actually hilarious, right? So you have to find the right class that's not too popular nor too unpopular. Slayer, female berserker gameplay. So this is basically probably the gameplay that we also saw on the LAO on video, I assume. But if you haven't known yet, or if you haven't seen it yet, Slayer, the female berserker, has been announced, and I think will be releasing in January, February next year in the Korean version of the game, obviously. And the gameplay looks pretty good. It looks a bit faster than the berserker gameplay. The animations also kind of look flashier, if I'm honest. In general, it looks like a polished version of the berserker. I wouldn't necessarily say it's better. Immediately now, that's hard to see because they also use tripods in these videos that we don't usually in a raid setting. Maybe they also use skills that we wouldn't use just because they look a bit flashier. That's always something to keep in mind watching these videos that are made by a company, of course, because these tripods or the skills that are being used here might not be the optimal skills for the raid, which could in return make the class look less flashy, less interesting. But overall, Slayer looks pretty cool. Honestly, it looks like a berserker that's just faster. Now, you also don't know, maybe in this video they were playing with tons of swiftness. The ultimate, of course, also looks pretty good. Overall, pretty good gameplay. I like it personally. Of course, I would love to hear your opinion on the Slayer. Are you going to make one once it releases in a year or something? What is your take on the Slayer class that was announced? Limited time structure, one of the best structures from Korea. Yes, so if you're someone that crafts in a stronghold, if you do stronghold crafting, specifically orehas, like the old ones or the new ones, this is a really good structure. It has the crafting cost reduced by 4%, which is a lot, it's decent. And it also has great success chance upped by 2%. Can only suggest getting it if you can afford it, of course. 120 blue crystals is currently not nothing. It's around, I don't know, 3, 4k, 5k gold, depending on what region you play. Overall, I think this is hot take. 80k raid guide videos are more confusing than the raid itself. This is very interesting. I actually reviewed some of 80k's raid guide videos on my stream. Some people linked them to me and asked me how I feel about them, and most of them are pretty good. They cover everything, but sometimes he goes way too much in depth. He explains a fight from a POV of someone that has it done already a million times, and it's not very clear to a new player what actually is supposed to be done. So I don't 100% disagree with this take. Of course, I'm super happy that the Western community can profit from someone that makes good guides because they are good. But also the fact that this has so many upvotes is a bit telling. And yeah, the guides are over lengthy and sometimes just My personal gripe was, for example, in the cube guide, the explanation of the yellow orb mechanic, the yellow sphere white mechanic was not that good. In Kackle Satan, there were a few parts. I think the showtime mechanic was far over explained. He does that sometimes, still doesn't make them bad guides, but I can understand how for a new player these guides might be confusing. As I'm not a new player and I've done all these raids, I cannot look at it from a POV of a new player. So again, I would love to know what you guys think about ATK's raid guides. Are they actually more confusing, or are they absolute top notch? I would really like to know. We can also see a few comments here. ATK for clicking dirty reminders, but if I want a good lesson, then Nassim is all the way. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. That doesn't mean they are not a good content creator, of course. He says the mesh, but then he doesn't actually take the time to show all of it. Instead, he shows bits and pieces and gives a grocery list of all the shit that happens rather than taking it time bit by bit. It's very true, actually. Good explained. Yeah, that's very true. So ATK probably should look at this and maybe change the way his guides are formed, because, well, that is, of course, something that's very important if you make guides, that it's very, of course, also understandable to the people that watch them. Bracelet cheat sheet, tier list, and guide. This is from IULOL, so I can only recommend this. IULOL is a top tier player from Korean servers, plays Bard as far as I remember, and this is something I can also link in the description below. I will actually do that because bracelets are confusing. You don't know, is this more damage? Is here more damage? Is that more damage? So I will definitely link this below this video already, so that you guys, of course, have an overview of what bracelets are good, what is not so good, and what is the best, and what, of course, your bracelets are worth that you drop and if you want to sell them. What it feels like to play Destroyer. I want to look at that, of course, because I'm a Destroyer main. Let's also put on some sound. Let's see how loud this is. Very loud. Okay. 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 What? Hold up. I get the idea behind this pose, and I don't disagree 100%. But no one that takes Destroyer serious will play Gravity Training. I mean, maybe now after rework, but before that, no way. So while I understand the idea of the pose, true Destroyers will play Raid Shaman and go for the perfect swing. I'm sorry, but that's true. And that's kind of try hard. Well, I agree. This is also like, I get the point. Let's just ignore the fact. I'm going to go with this. It's fun. It's kind of accurate, but not 100%. Anyway, I have achieved greatness. 696969. Haha. Funny number. Haha. Your friend got a grudge book once. Be saying to the new ghost ship to get absolutely nothing. That's so true. Oh man, this, I don't know why is this so fucking funny, dude. This is so true. Oh my god, every week we go and do this ghost ship to get nothing at all, bro. Nothing at all. I've gotten one time, I think, a Mayhem Zerker drop like months ago, and since then nothing useful. Oh, this is actually fucking hilarious because of the music too. I love this post. Amazing post. Abril is easy. Let's go in and out. 20-minute adventure. Clearfell 10 hours later. Yeah, Brelshaza's difficulty, of course, is not the easiest. Again, I would also love to hear from you guys how you feel about Brelshaza. I think I already asked this earlier in the video, but let me please know your thoughts on the raid, how far you are, and in general, how you feel about it. I would love to know that. And while you're at it, also make sure you subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. Turn that red into gray below the video. Thank you very much. All right. I can't believe AGS is not releasing this class. I've been a Slayer main for 90 seconds. I can't believe AGS still haven't released a class in the West. Classes are not content. Why did he keep doing this? As a Solita main, I feel your pain. Okay. Good meme. Good meme. This is, of course, to me, one of those people that say that they made a class that hasn't been out yet. So good meme. I like the Reddit. That Reddit is actually also memeing on that. Friendship ended with Shadowhunter. Now Soul Eater is my best friend. Soul Eater, if you haven't caught on it, is also newly released. It will be released, of course, also in Lost Ark. It's a class with the scythe, so a lot of assassin, like again, assassin style players, class rather. So if you like something like that, this is definitely a class you want to go for. Returning player here. Why is everyone so negative in-game now? That's, of course, going to be an interesting post. Let's have a look. Hey, guys, I played Lost Ark since the name release and had a fairly good time. I'm not going to lie, it eventually get burned out right after Destroyer release. Really fun class. Wish I tried him back then. But yeah, why is everyone so negative? LA isn't my first online group rodeo, and I know how players can get. But LA's brand of negativity is pretty awful and directly incentives player stagnation from what I can tell. We used to clear area previews at eye levels as low as 1325 without much difficulty. So why are present 1400 eye levels struggling and playing matchmaking roulette for free carry from higher eye level? Don't get me wrong, I like grouping with supports too, but I think it's a little weird. Everyone's average eye level is noticeably higher and yet they can't successfully clear content I would pug with lower eye level. Individuals who barely knew the mechanics most back times during the release. Also, why is everyone doing bosses? Every single keystone content needed to advance beyond any significant threshold is barred by a group of players doing bosses for gold instead of just doing it to help or because they need to clear it anyways. I don't think they truly understand what this is doing to the game at all. Oh, who would have thought that bossing is bad? No, you don't need to boss to play Lost Ark. No, I don't boss and I'm totally fine. No, you don't need that extra level 10 gem that you get from bossing. You think you need it. Where is the global chat? Or is my server just dead now? I don't know, I'm just surprised how much this game can change in a couple of months and just how badly a few apples can ruin the whole experience from me coming back. I kind of feel for newer players picking up this game now and never experienced for me coming back. I kind of feel, oh, sorry, my bad. I never experienced anything close to what LA was like during just shortly after launch. Right now, everyone's just gatekeeping each other from playing the game. More naturally to feel their own goals and wallets. I don't say this is sustainable or even fun, but that's why I'm posing because I'm not sure this game is not for me anymore or something I actually wrong here in the community. This is kind of true. This whole pose is kind of true and is honestly also a bit sad because it is true. I mean, it is true, so it's sad, it's true. People care way more about their own progression all the time than anything else in this game. No one plays for fun anymore. People just play to make money, to make gold, and that's what you can tell. I don't know. It's very true. It's people treat the game like a job. Yeah, everything. That's it. That's it. It's sad. I don't really want to say a lot for it because, yeah. Third Awakening preview, yeah. So also again on the LAO on, there was another Awakening was teased. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but this is basically how it looked like, and it looked like Michael Bay directed them basically. Explosions across the board, big flashy movie animations. I'm wondering how this is gonna go in game. Like this looks crazy to me. It really, really does, and I don't know. They look good though. Don't get me wrong. They really look good. And I'm also excited, of course, to have them one day in our version of the game. So I really want to talk about this here, right? For those of you that don't know, with the update that we got with Brelshaza, they also introduced a 20 auction house limit. And that was, of course, for the bots a thing, but also for bosses. But not only that, it also was a thing for normal players. I hit this limit already now multiple times actually in one day, especially yesterday and the day before I hit it, I remember. And that is pretty good, pretty bad. In my opinion, if something affects the normal player base a lot because of bots that they cannot get rid of, they need to change the system. The fact here is that it's not based on roster level, which it clearly should be. If you're roster very low roster level, your limit should be low. If you're higher roster level, your limit should be higher. That's not even a question. At least that's, or even maybe around 200, just remove the limit. Something needs to be done about this because I think this is just overall a very bad mechanic. And like I said, I even had the limit hit me already 2 times just because I'm selling stuff. Now, sometimes now, instead of selling like a book that sells for 5, I'm just not selling it at the risk of not making the limit that day, you know. But I think this implementation of that limit, I think that's the word, was pretty bad overall. We also know that literally nothing has changed in terms of numbers from bots. The bots are actually more there than before. So nothing really has changed, and that is pretty annoying. Anyway, guys, that's it for this week's Reddit recap. I hope you liked it. I hope you guys had also some loves. I hope you guys also shared the opinions that some of these people raised here. And also, of course, again, I already said this, let me know about mostly what you feel with Brelshaza and also the homework issue that we talked about in this video. In general, I just want to know how you feel again about Lost Ark this week. That's always important to me. I want to gauge if the community is okay with what's currently going on, if the community is unhappy, because I don't want to be like, I want to say, oh, people are unhappy, but in fact, everyone's really, really happy, you know. So I would like to know what you guys think. And of course, as always, make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Also, hit the subscribe button below the video. Turn that red into a gray. I would appreciate that a lot. And lastly, I also stream a lot on Twitch. I also have Twitter and of course also Discord that you can all find in the description below. But for now, that would be it. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing you all an amazing rest of your day wherever you live.